Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my August top 3 and bottom 3 empties. So a couple of months ago I switched to filming my empties this way, where I will only share with you a couple of my favorites and a couple of my least favorites. Before we get to the empties, I wanted to share with you a couple of declutters. In August I did declutter a lot of products. I filmed a lip product declutter in the beginning of the month where I decluttered my lipsticks and lip glosses, and then I filmed a cheek product declutter in the end of the month where I decluttered my blushes, highlighters and bronzers. And I also decided to declutter some eyeshadows that were in my Shop My Shadows rotation. I will link you all of those videos down below if you want to see what I decided to keep, what I decided to declutter from those categories. But these products that I am going to mention now, I have not talked about yet, so let's quickly go through this. First, I decided to declutter two of my old makeup pencil sharpeners. So I do have one from Real Techniques that came from a set, and then I do have the Urban Decay, the Grindhouse. These are pretty old. This Real Techniques one is a couple of years old, and this Urban Decay one I believe is 4 years old, and these just don't work anymore. If anything, they just ruin and break my pencils. They don't make them sharp. So I decided that it is time to replace my makeup pencil sharpener, so that is why I'm going to get rid of these. I have the new one already. As I said, I filmed a lip product declutter and I didn't declutter my lip liners in that video. However, after filming that, I noticed that I have two lip liners in colors that I don't have matching lipstick to this anymore, so there is no point for me to keep this in my collection. So these are both from Gosh, and it is their Velvet Touch lip liner formula. I absolutely love this formula. I will talk about this a little bit later in the video. It's just the colors I don't need anymore. One of these is bright pink, and I decluttered my only bright pink lipstick. It's just not something I really enjoy anymore. And then one of these is bright orange. It has really never been something I tend to wear. Even if I want to go more orangey with my lips, I do have like an orangey coral lipstick that I prefer over bright orange. The last product that I decided to declutter and that I have not mentioned is this Essence waterproof super fine eyeliner pen. I think this is just like unusable. First of all, even though this says super fine, it's really not super fine. It is a felt tip and it's weird. It's really big. And another thing is that this is so dry that it's just unusable. So because I filmed a couple of those declutter videos, I actually did declutter a lot of products in August, and the value of my declutters this month was really high. So I decluttered 214 euros and 54 cents worth of products, and that is pretty much, I think this is the highest this year, and it is pretty rare that I declutter this much. But I don't know, I was just feeling that I wanted to curate my collection. Like, I knew I had so much product that I had hold on to for wrong reasons. Like, I had this weird quilt that I should be panning it rather than decluttering it, but I don't want to pan something that I don't like. I absolutely do love project panning, but I must say I want to pan products that I enjoy wearing. And I was feeling that I really want to curate my collection, and I was able to do it this month. I'm really happy. I don't think there will be any big declutters coming anymore. My collection is starting to be more curated already. Well, I do have pretty many lipsticks, they are all over here, but I do love most of them and I do enjoy all of them so much that I can see myself getting more use out of them, and some I am planning to pan. And then I do still have a little bit bigger eyeshadow collection, but as you know, I'm doing my Shop My Shadows series where I'm rotating through everything, and as I go I will decide if I'm going to keep the eyeshadows or not. So yeah, those were all of the declutters this month, and before we get to my top 3 and bottom 3 empties, I just want to tell you the total value of my empties. So in August that was 165 euros and 48 cents. So pretty average, it has been a little bit over 150 euros for multiple months. That was really everything for the value, so let's get into the fun part, so the top 3 and bottom 3 empties. Let's start with the top 3 empties, and I do have 2 makeup products to share with you and 1 skincare product. So let's start with the skincare one. I don't know if these are in any specific order. These are all something I love, and all of these I have already repurchased, and all of these I would really recommend. The first one that I'm going to talk about is this Derma Essentials Radiance Toner. Derma is cruelty-free and all-vegan brand, and this toner is brightening and slightly exfoliating. It is also alcohol free, and yeah, I really don't have anything bad to say about it. Previously I used toners from Andalou Naturals, and I did enjoy them kinda, but they contain alcohol, so yeah, that's why I wanted to switch to Derma E, and I have been really enjoying this toner. I think this is nice and brightening, but not at all drying or too harsh for my skin. Okay, so the second product I want to talk about is this NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I really do love this pencil. So this is one of those tiny brow pencils. Some people compare this to the ABH Brow Wiz. I have used one of Brow Wizes in my life. However, I do prefer this one over the Brow Wiz. They are similar what comes to shape, but what comes to the actual formula, I don't think they are formula tubes. This one is clearly harder than Brow Wiz, and I personally do really enjoy that. Because Brow Wiz is so creamy, I had 2 issues with it. First one, I finished it up way quicker than this one because it's so creamy, you will easily apply a little bit more. But another issue I had with Brow Wiz was that it really didn't wear well on me. So back when I used it, maybe 3 years ago, I had a little bit more oily skin, I must say that. But when I did my brows, I did see the Brow Wiz fading here in the inner part of my brows where I do get more oily, and I just think that brow pencil that is so expensive shouldn't fade that easily, but it faded. This one I don't have the same problem with, so it really stays better on my skin, and also I think it's better worth for your money because you don't need to use as much. Yes, you need to pull a little bit harder to get the result, but what I like to do anyways is that I press quite lightly and then I deepen up the look with brow powder. Okay, then last but not least, from the products that I would repurchase and I have repurchased, I'm going to mention this Gosh Velvet Touch Lip Liner in the shade Pure Red. I actually do have multiple shades of this Gosh Velvet Touch Lip Liners, and those 2 that I decluttered are this same formula, but as I said, I don't need those colors. I only want to have lip liners that I can use with my lipsticks. This one I actually did finish, like I can no longer sharpen it. There is no product there anymore, and I did replace it because bright red is my favorite lipstick color. I don't wear it that often anymore, but in August I was wearing a lot of my Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Santa Sangre because that one is in a project pan right now and I do want to finish it up. Don't know if I can do it during the project, but anyways, I was enjoying the lipstick in the end of July and also in the beginning of August, so I finished this one up. Also, I must say what caused me to finish this even quicker is the fact that I tried to sharpen it with those old sharpeners, so I did break it for a couple of times. Either way, it's gone now and I do have the new one, but I really do love this formula. It applies creamy, you don't need to pull hard, but then once it dries after a minute or so, it's really smudge proof. One minus that I do have to say about this Gosh pencil is that the color selection is not the best, but the BH Cosmetics waterproof lip liner is actually really similar formula and they do have better selection of shades. So those are actually 2 of my favorite lip liner brands, BH Cosmetics and Gosh. I love both of them, and that shows that you don't really need to spend a lot of money to get good quality lip liners. Like I do have from Jeffree Star one of his lip liners and it's really good. It's actually pretty similar formula to this one. It's creamy, but when it dries down it's smudge proof. However, you can get as good of a quality for a lower price, in my opinion. Okay, then there are only my bottom 3 empties left. So products I will not repurchase and I would not recommend. These 3 were honestly really easy to pick and I have already talked about these. All of these are in my 10 by fall project pan. I will still film a finale for that project in a week or 2, but let's go through these products. Actually 2 of these I think are honestly quite bad products and I wouldn't recommend them to anyone, but one of these is a good product in my opinion, but it's just so expensive that I don't think it's worth the money, but I won't say that it's a bad product. So let's actually start with that one. So I am talking about the Olaplex number 3 hair Perfector. So this is a repairing, strengthening treat to your hair and I think it's a good product. I'm not going to lie, I don't say it's bad and it doesn't work because it totally does work. And this is something that my damaged hair would benefit from a lot. So as you know and as you can see, I bleached my hair platinum blonde and my hair is really damaged. However, this is just so out of my budget, it's so expensive. This small bottle that contains 100 milliliters costs 30 euros. If you want to see results from this and maintain the health of your hair, you are supposed to use it once a week and that way I would run out of this in every 2 months. It works, yes, but also remember that even if you get more strong hair from this, you will need to use it regularly to maintain the result. Same goes if you take Olaplex at hairdresser. Your hair will be amazing and shiny and strong feeling like a week after the hairdresser, but after that it will get back to normal and feel damaged. And I believe, I must say, that there is only so much something like this can do. If you really want to prevent any damage, just don't bleach your hair. That's what I would recommend, because treating your hair with any type of color, and especially if you are bleaching it platinum blonde or blonde, it will be damaging. So yes, this can help, but it won't take your hair back to what it was before the color treatment. So yeah, it's good, it helps, but it's not like some sort of a miracle worker that makes your hair like back to before dyeing it. Another thing what I want to say is that this is quite much effort to use, so you are supposed to wet your hair and then apply it and then leave it there for 10 or even more minutes and then wash it and then wash your hair. So yeah, if I had a bathtub and I could just relax there, it might not be a problem, but I don't have a bathtub, I just have a shower, so I think it's annoying if I need to let something be in my hair for that long before I can actually wash it off. So yeah, I do think this is a good product. I'm not saying it's bad, but at least for me it is not worth the money. I will leave it up to you if it is something that your hair needs. Obviously, if your hair is strong and healthy, there is no point in using something like this. But if you have damaged hair, and if you can afford it, yeah, try it. But I'm going to skip it for now. And also, right now I'm not taking Olaplex when I go to hairdresser, even though it is always recommended. But as I said, you will only see the result of that like 1 week after the hairdresser. And as you know, right now I'm trying to save money what comes to beauty products and beauty spending, so going to hairdresser is anyways going to be quite pricey, but it's something that really brings joy to me. I love platinum blonde hair and I want to maintain it, but it is expensive to do that. So you know, if I take the Olaplex there, it will be like 20-30 euros more, and right now I just don't want to add anything extra to my hairdresser cost. Okay, then the 2 next products are both from the Body Shop, and to be honest, I think these are quite bad, so I would not recommend these. I did still finish them up, but I will not repurchase them. So first, the Body Shop Coco Calming Face Mist. So the Body Shop has a line of these mists and they all have like terrible smells. This one is coconut scented and the scent is really strong and really artificial and fake, and I don't think it has anything to do with coconuts. Like I personally don't really like scented face stuff, but at the same time a product can be scented so that it's not horrible, but this one is just so strong and I don't like it. Another thing is that I don't see this doing anything to my face. The only thing it did was that it took away that powderiness just a little bit, but it does not make my makeup to last longer. Well, it doesn't really claim to, so I'm not too mad about that, but I didn't feel hydration from this, and this claims to hydrate, but no. And the last product that I will certainly not repurchase and I would not recommend to anyone is this the Body Shop Skin Defense Multi Protection Essence, and this one has SPF 50 in it, and I have actually seen many people to recommend this and I would not. The reason to that is that this one contains alcohol denat as second ingredient, and you know, I am not a skincare expert by any means, but what I do know is that that is not a good ingredient. And unfortunately I didn't realize to check the ingredients before I bought this, and I noticed it afterwards, and this one dried my skin out pretty much when I started to use it. I had really dry, flaky and itchy skin around my nose area, and you know, that's really not normal for me except in the middle of winter, but I did use this in spring and summertime, so yeah, it's just drying, and if you don't want to dry your skin out, I would not recommend this. Yes, the SPF is great. Yes, it wears beautifully under makeup. It doesn't peel off. It's lightweight. It's not crazy, but it is drying. What I would recommend instead of that, the Body Shop one, is this one from Jack Black. This one is cruelty-free and vegan, and if you live in Finland, you can get this from Stokos. It does contain 97 milliliters, so there is a lot of product, and this one cost 34 euros at Stokos. If you want to get it lower cost, you can order it online too. But I bought this from Stokos. I needed a facial moisturizer that has SPF quickly. So this is like a men's skincare brand, but I don't care. So if you're going to Stokos, it's in the men's department. But yeah, I must say I have been really enjoying this. I tried this because I saw some makeup artists to use this in YouTube. This one actually is moisturizing, it's not drying. So this one has SPF 20, and I know for some people it's not good enough. For me it is enough in my everyday life. If I go to the sun to like really purposely to get tan, which I'm not planning on doing really anymore, then I would pick something with higher SPF, but in my day-to-day life this is enough for me. Especially now that we are getting into fall, the days are shorter, and you know, in my day-to-day life I just walk my dogs, I go to work, I am at home, and I don't spend that much time outside that I really would need a super high SPF. And here in the Nordics, the sun, yes, it shines in the summertime, but you know, it's not as burning as in southern in the world. So for me this is enough, but I will leave it up to you if this is enough of SPF. This wears beautifully under makeup. Obviously it's men's product, so it's not really meant to be worn under makeup, but this is something that I can just moisturize my skin. I don't need to wear another moisturizer under it. Unlike with the Body Shop one, I still want to mention that with this one I had to wear under this another moisturizer because this one was just so drying. That was really everything for today. Those were my top 3 and bottom 3 empties. So thank you for watching this video and see you in my next one. Bye bye.